Join Radio Mount Oriel for your exciting evening program, CTN Inside Salon.
Ado and welcome to the program CTN's Youth Club, where they reach you from Radio Mount Oriel Frabe College on FM 107.3. CTN Youth Club na program where they discuss on different issues that will affect young people in the country and also can prefer solution towards the issues in there. Inside the program today, we will look at the word entrepreneurship, how this will help young people forget work in the country. And I will also bring to you interview I do with the chairman of the Progressive Youth Car Wash Services Organization within a Black Street in the Brookfields community. Me, where they make the program reach you, me your name, Nalahai Jackson.
Join Radio Mount Oriel for your exciting evening program, CTN Inside Salon.
According to statistics report, they should say young people in Boko pass all other people in the country, and most time where violence can happen in the country, most people can associate them violence they also to young people. Plenty people will go ask, go say the reason why make them violence they also can happen now because young people will not get job for entrepreneurship. Now one party thing them where people believe say if young people all out with to one go help for reduce the unemployment in the country. Well, for no but this big word, I get it to me, Master Sabi person, where we can talk to you about this word we then call entrepreneurship. Your name and welcome to the program CTN Youth Club.
Mina Jabas Bangura, CEO and founder Life by Design.
Now, let's start the discussion by looking at the word entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship is the process of solving problems in society in a way where they make money. Basically, that's what it is. You look at this problem, I want to provide a solution, but I want to do it in a way where I can make money out of doing this. And ultimately, the cost of solving this problem, the revenue we get from past the cost of solving the problem. That's basically what entrepreneurship is. It's about improving the quality of lives of people and gets paid in the process. In a way where, they come sign paper every morning. Whether or not from a skill where you learn, the skill solves the problem. And so you want to be able to say, I learned the skill for solve this problem and I'm going to get paid for doing this. Where being employment is different from entrepreneurship. Now the fact that from an entrepreneurship point of view, so the first stage in entrepreneurship process for young people who they listen to this program is start first with the skill where you don't learn whether you want to sell. If you sell the skill to one person or more, and you therefore go sign there every morning 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, then possibly in employment. But it's that's the first stage. I have to have something I'm selling. I have to have a product I'm selling. I have to have a skill that I'm selling. It's the first stage in the entrepreneurship process. If you can sell unto 6, 7, 8, 9 different people, so let's say laundry service that they provide, I go to people and also go book for them, clean them place and iron. I do on Monday for this family, Tuesday na this family, Wednesday na this other family, Thursday na this other family, na 7 people. You've just moved to the next level where you're self-employment. You're creating employment for yourself. That's the next stage. First stage, learning the skill and providing the skill for one person. It's big. Every youth, every young man, all over wherever you are, as they celebrate Entrepreneurship Day, World Entrepreneurship Day, your ability for beginning to get independence in your life. So that whether away from your parents, economic independence we're talking about, away from your parents, starts with a skill, starts with an ability that you have. Okay, when you begin to deploy the ability to solve problems for other people and get paid to do that, you can move to the self-employment level. So after that level there, you go to level 3, where the level 3 now, where you do the skills now, you get 3 or 4 other people and where they deliver with you.
Now, before we digress in level 3, let me take this first stage where you talk about saying that and you forget the skill first. A young person really listen, you go one for say how somebody will get a skill. Is it that you need any finance or you get to go through anything for me to get a skill?
Very important question. Thank you that you could stop me and slow me down so that let's go back to level 1. What is a skill? A skill, an ability to do something, whatever it is. So you want to be able to say, oh, how do I know first of all the skills? Sometimes you learn a skill not because you go for use that skill there forever and ever in your life. For that moment there, somebody there, a problem there, when that skill then is over. So that's what you do. You look at 6-7 problems that where they are and you have for solve and say, okay, I go learn the skill for solve 1 per day. I go learn the skill for solve 2 per day. So it's really based on the problem. Which problem we want for solve? The ability we develop for solve that problem, the 9 is skill. Sometimes some skill and then you more to use for sabi talk. Some skills now for sell. The problem with it, somebody gets something for sell, in one person will go sell and for. So you get for learn how for sell those things. It's a skill. It's dependent on the problem we want for solve. So you start with say 6-7 problems within a community. Which one I want for solve? So then now which you just get forget number for 8 things and total and you 8. But getting those skills, that's the first stage to your economic independence. Learning a skill that solves a problem that is readily available. There's a problem there, you develop your ability for solve that problem there. That's what, basic at the basic level, what a skill is.
What will motivate a young somebody for making learn a particular skill where at the end of the day go able for help in the future?
Every youth, every young man ought to wake up every day and not blame other person for outside the day. I give an example of one young man where in daddy born, in daddy when daddy when them born him in daddy disappear. Totally, completely abandon him, mama. And me get from meeting daddy, some time later, this boy at 25, 27 years now, that's when they see Papa back for the first time. And Papa abandoned and not get them one day. So I called the young man and said, let's talk about your daddy. Why your daddy behaved to you so? You still hold something against your daddy? And I say no. He said the whole way in daddy for playing in life, now don't play so. For make them born and kind of this world. And daddy give my mama belly, then born her. Intending, in fact, appreciating daddy for that whole day because of that whole day that he got for play. That's the kind of stuff. Never blame anybody for what happened to you. Even where they are guilty of what you accuse them for, it doesn't change the situation. Your ability for say, now I'm here, what do I do? How do I fix it? Because up to the point where they do this thing, your life been in at the end. But from now going on, it ain't you want. It's what you do with where you are and the same thing that happen next time in life. So you get to wake up every morning and tell yourself, if things go change in my life, it's because of me. If it's going to change, it's up to me. If anything is going to change. So it's just that awareness, that psychology where they build. A lot of people they wake in the morning and they look for that for blame. And so they cannot. Once you look for that for blame, they tell you, say, okay, not to me fault, so I not for do nothing. Once you get that psychology there, if it's to be, it's up to me, nobody know to tell you. You wake up in the morning and say, what problem can I solve? Forget about money. Well, I'm not getting money. Forget it's never money. Now, because what you do, they start first with the skills you learn for do solve one, we don't need money. That is the start first. Once you don't learn that one day for do one, you dey get the money there for go do what thing you want for do ultimately. So now there's a Washington. You say you do what you have to do to get what you want to get to, so that you can able for move on and go do what you want for do ultimately. Do what you have to do to get what you can get there, so that you could end up for go do what you want to do. I repeat again, do what you have to do. Do what you have to do now. What do I have to do now? Whatever is before you win a problem for solve, I don't put my story the Mokutem way. I mean, I go to Banga bag na SLPND. Well, I know me David Totan and me aid, then get the wood and the stack Banga bag. I had to learn. I just sit there and watch them play and they 16, 17 years of age. I just watch them out in the stack Banga bag. You hold the bag, so me hold and you hold. And then once we send the bag, if one follow the bag from vertical go horizontal, one person they decide me they hold and I me they twist the bag, so that the bag with the vertical between me should become horizontal. Now it's skill. Once you learn for 1, 2, 3, 10, that the strength no more now, obviously they have been the suffer, because some things then you need the big one, then when they get big muscles for do that. But once they cross that stage, I learned the skill. I did what I have to do, so that ultimately I will able to go do what I want to do.
Okay, because anybody with me inside the program, Elena Joe Abbas Bangura, in amongst other things, entrepreneur. Now, let we zero this particular discussion to the lives of young people in the country. When you watch at the population of Sierra Leone, you find out for say dominated by young people. But most of the time, they find out for say young people them not can get whosoever they engage, and then can just like I say earlier on, nobody know for blame whosoever is responsible for whatever situation they go about. So what do you feel to say young people them for do at this particular time in terms of, because whatever possible we interview, you talk to, you go tell you for say, and the government need for create an employment for young people, but the government not going for create employment for everybody. So what do you go advise young people them for do in this particular situation?
Learn a skill, any skill that solves any problem around you. I did this start. Learn a skill that solves a problem around you. I almost like for tech in terms of stories, because I deal with youth people, young people a lot of the time. Somebody come to me and he wants money for go pay for fees for some exams, so he's supposed to take and blah blah blah. You know get first time fee, you know get second time fee, you know get third time fee. They get all the things. Then they will. Every now and again, I have people come to me. The first question I already ask them: waiting at the 3 or 4 things we can do for get this money. Big for let them give for free now one. But I say keep and last. If there was anything you could do for get this, what would you do? Go, I give you assignment. Go sit down, think for yourself. This is where the creativity they come. This is where you they help yourself for solving your own problem. Because it's easy for Mark come to a person and say, I need 500,000, I don't get 400,000. And then even at the teacher, 7 at the school or the principal, they say, no, this is about time. And so if you come meet me and say, okay, this is what I've done already in this level, then it makes sense. But if you want for sit down, and the only means you want for is forget this money now for big, you did last at the line, because that line they long. The one they will wait for, let them do for them for free. That line they long. You can't wait for do that. So your ability for able for, wake up every day and act for yourself. Like they say, just no government and they for that. So now if I wake up every day, what problem can I solve? Develop your ability to make you solve that problem. So I refer you. The other time I meet one young man out Lumley, and tell them they do cleaning and blah blah blah, long time ago. And after we don't do environmental cleaning at Juba Hills, they are missing young man, and I say, okay, now let me clean on your life. Question and answer. The boy say, okay, where are you going now? What's you plan for your life? You say, well, now driving license I want. Okay, it don't take 3 months, you never forget driving license. You don't get the money for the driving license. And you been go for this driving license money. Well, and a councillor and then politician, and they've been go meet some make them get money. So now beg you been a big yes. Could there be other ways where you're able to forget this money? So because along the way, I say, okay, I dey give holiday now. Go take from Juba Bridge to Lumley Police Station. Just walk around and see waiting people and whether you age, waiting and they do for make money. Can you look at someone and pick one pandem where you do, so that that one they do is for make money? Like I said, you have to do what you have to do to get to where you want to get to and do what you want to do. So I'll give an example. Say, all right, one funny thing so then they do now. Them where they drive on Molanke. When I then push cats now with bow that end. I said, assume you say I will bow. You not get with bow now. You learn to bow now person, and the person right say 2 o'clock. You can't take the with bow afternoon 2 o'clock to evening, and the person go rest. Assume you say that's what you want to do. You write down how much you go make for the day, 10,000. How much you make for the week, 50,000. We don't buy 2,000 cookery that 10 day. Okay, I get 10,000 for day. So you need say 5 days, 6 days. If I know they go Sunday, and take Saturday, that's 60,000 for a week. 4 weeks now 250,000. By week 5, you get you 300,000 for go pay for the license, because now driving, now you go on for you don't have the driving, not get the license for they get work. So I said, then you get the driving license. So I said, well, how about that? Then the boy look me. I said, well, I don't put myself aside, God not put me. That was his response. Let not put myself aside, God not put me. Oh, when me been go to Banga bag and I said PNB. Now God been put me there. I had to do what I had to do then for making me way forward in my life. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do not wait. The people in the way government for provide for them boku. Once you begin to get this kind of mindset, and every day you add a skill, you add what can I do to provide value. Now that is the first one. I book for people. Like one guy in this antique home at Wellington, 81 Phillip Street, 14, 15, 16, 17. Around that period. I go now in house every day. I dey go, weekend I dey clean, book iron for her. You get one bam bike, NB 2195, blue Suzuki motorbike. If I shine that one day for I tell it and just put on a factory. I dey iron for her. When time come for her go school back, and that boy didn't pay for me for go school. It's starting where you are, using what you have. There's a problem you can solve for person. Develop your ability for just solve that problem. That's where you start. Begin complaining, now waste time, you waste time. We've all had to go through these difficulties. You put yourself ahead of the line, ahead of the queue of people and for help. Once you begin help other people, you make them obligated for help you. So it's starting for yourself. Do not wait.
If you just join the program, don't forget to listen to CTN's Youth Club where they come out in Mount 12 Frabe College on FM 107.3. And inside the program today, we discuss on entrepreneurship and how this could provide job for young people in the country. For help me talk about this word, I get it to me inside the studio, Joe Abbas Bangura, where among other things, an entrepreneur na the country. We start to talk about the stages. You talk about the scale, and then we come to
and all they want in education. So somebody will tell me today, if I get a skill and I don't get money, what I do? If I get an idea, I don't get money for pursue the idea. What I do? Go be apprentice. Go na somebody when he's having an idea already and know how to solve it. You get the money. Go volunteer. Go na any place. I can tell some man and say, okay, go na shop, put a person in the cell. Can you go sit down at the shop first? They help people where they can buy at the shop. They help them at the aid, give them load, just facilitate. From there, they go begin saying you say, okay, go bring this here so can when they offload it, they help them put it inside the shop. From there, as the trust they increase, they will give you more work for them. You know, to trust them, you don't need for 6 months, then go sabi your parents, then they'll say, okay, okay, good person can recommend you, then go begin put it behind counter. You're learning how them people and they do business, apprenticeship. Once you get an idea, apprenticeship, learning from people already, we don't begin to do that. That's how you begin for grow into this person giving you opportunity for make you do it. So the first stage you may say again, now when are you do for yourself, do for other people. Some people they go to the level now where babbing say alone, now you want this start and first, now you want now, okay, 2-3 other people they call and say they can join you. Now you get the space. Now you say wanna walk, with the share what you wanna walk. So now on a 4-man money they eat. You they eat your own, you they eat half and 3 man they own. You don't move from a self-employed, when I'm in one-man gang, to a business owner. That means you get 3 people and now they work for you, and you get for pay them salary or then they take commission for the work. You move to a business owner. The final stage where that a lot of people know they work for work. Now where you become a full entrepreneur, for real entrepreneur. This is where you don't have to be in the place now for making the baby one.
So what it takes for become a real entrepreneur?
It takes time, it takes learning, it takes time, not to truly happen overnight. You have to study the product, you have to study what they call the value chain, you study your customer, study the business itself, understand and two. You have to study, you have to learn how for hire people for work for you. Are you able for no say this is not the right person? Where you don't hire them, are you able for pay them? We then satisfy, we then go stay. Obviously, people they complain, say, when I saw it and my one for being boss, we see starts no more. As you don't show waiting them for do, we then first they don't have your skill and they left you them go. Okay. What you go offer them for making them go? Because you equally get people that we don't use other people. They just come put you now, so I work the money then later. I work the money then later. All 10 and complain. 10 for giving me salary, you know they give me salary. I know they go. So you equally get the other side of the story, and you equally get the side of people who want for jump too quickly. It's a dilemma you have to deal with them, even at this level as an entrepreneur. Anytime you empower people, if you're not able to give them an incentive where they make them stay, then they go, then they let you go. So once you don't equip them, you have to make sure so you raise the game by your incentive. You get for learn the skill. How do I find the right people, train and coach the right people then? Incentivize them. So like you say, instead of you give them fixed money per month, with that money we don't get the night done, make them know say every bab with them bab. Then they get percentage. Every bab with them bab, then they get percentage. Now tell her every close way show you get percentage then. It means the person don't become shareholder with you in your business. Anyone close to them, so because you're not brand, you get big, they don't get machine, you get brand, the people that serve you get customer there. You want to offer them people in this until they make them stay. That's what makes you become a business owner. Now, when you move from business owner to entrepreneurship, I say they take time, it takes skills, it takes you learning how to do all of them things here away. So that you can then at the point now we say, okay, I go up into your shop now anything. But this brand, when I now work with you for the last 6 years, you they increase in commission when they get. Because you don't need for reporting at this one tailor shop again. Now in the runner now, okay, instead of not 20% you been again, say okay now I give 40% every money where they can. But I don't need for coming so again. Now you can open the money, now you lock. Now you go buy the material then and cut them and you do that. Me they go start the other place there. You begin back there. This is how growth they take place. This is how business is scale. you don't have to be in this one tailor shop again for make you run, because you don't build, you don't put systems, you don't find the right people. And the right people, they're not trained, you don't give them the incentive. So they know so when they work now, they work for themselves. This is how company they grow. This is how, so it's two systems and the right people.
So how we go rate entrepreneurship in a salon to be precise?
Well, it's tough. We're still the bottom the ladder. Then release the entrepreneurship standing for World Entrepreneurship stuff. Then get a report when they pull every year, Global Entrepreneurship Index. And then get 14 things they look at, 14 questions, pillars, 14 separate segments, and then they look at for making them great. So say I know then test and check 137 countries and we then carry out this survey on. Say I know they 131 out of 137. You see, say the bottom the ladder. Maybe the top country na Africa, na Tunisia. Gambia they are above we, Guinea they are ahead of we. Ghana they are ahead of we, Nigeria of course they are ahead of we, and then rankings then they. So we're really we're struggling. I can tell you a bit more on how then they, and I can say Gambia they 113. After Gambia, Libya you get Zambia 116. They look for outside Ghana and Nigeria then they Guinea they 122. Don't forget that they say we 131. In terms of the rankings of entrepreneurship. Nigeria did 92, Senegal did 93. Look for Ghana. I wonder if Ghana they high up past Nigeria. Rwanda did 95. But then things then they wouldn't check. So the highest country, like I said, the highest country in Africa is supposed to be Tunisia. Tunisia did 50 something, I think. Africa not in the first 10. Africa not in the first 20 at the world. Africa not in the first 30 at all. First 40. Africa not in. Africa not in the first 50 down the line. And so Tunisia the 53. So Tunisia okay, Botswana the 51. So Botswana the highest the highest ranking for growth in entrepreneurship. Botswana the 51. Tunisia the 53. And so we're struggling, but it's a journey we can begin to build.
So now with this particular standing of entrepreneur, what if we to say responsible in Sierra situation as we talk?
Then get a lot of stuff them we then put in at the things then we then use for rates, for do the ratings. I can just read some of the pillars then we then they look at. Number 1, startup skills. Do people know how to run businesses? Number 2, risk acceptance. It's too risky for the business.
Not forget to listen to the program CTN's Youth Club where they come out on Mount 12 Fabric College on FM 107.3, and me where they make the program reach you, my name is Like Jackson. Inside the program today they look at entrepreneurship and how this go help for provide job for young people in the country. For help me talk about this, I get to me inside the studio, Joe Abbas Bangoa, where among other things in an entrepreneur na the country. Now so go tap first the program as we go in for the news summary.
Join Radio Mount Oriel for your exciting evening program CTN Inside Salon.
Welcome to the second half of the program CTN's Youth Club where they come out on Radio Mount 12 Fabric College on FM 107.3. Inside the first half of the program, I'll be get to talk with Joe Abbas Bangoa, and among other things, an entrepreneur. Will be explain to me about entrepreneurship, and then other things will help young people in the country for engage and try for improve their life. As part of the topic we discuss on, I come na the Progressive Youth Car Wash and Service Organization, and we did na the central parts of Freetown. Are they with the chairman of this particular car wash center? You name it, you go introduce yourself to family.
Well, my name is Ibrahim Sano. I'm the chairman of the Progressive Youth in Car Washing Services Organization. Within at the National Stadium Car Park, Bosalt, Brookfields community. Now,
let me start for look at this car wash. This name here, car wash, don't be an household name na the country. How una can go about this particular activity na this place here?
Well, the car wash na a kind job where we the youth them of this community will be sit down, thought and fit because like some of we not be opportune for make we go school, some of we dey we go school small but like we not get the capacity for make we further education. So we find out say before ever we go for make we go do bad or do anything, we not go sit down no just say no government do anything for we. We say well let we engage in washing car. We will clean motor car, keke, okada, denting and this. So like na that day we dey do. Na the job of car wash.
So how many people you get now you in center now? So how many young people you get now?
Well, actually I get like 170 youth man then. We then they under this organization. As you see, this not a small organization. This not a big organization. This not one of the biggest car center in the one whole country. This, of course, we will operate to get different type of job. As I likely mentioned, the organization will get car washing services. The other services and they will offer like tint for tint vehicle, car decoration. We get youth them way then involved in this spraying tire service or pump tire at the center. So all them stuffs and they all man getting your work at the center they do.
Now 117 young people you dey supersede na this particular center. How you can manage situation with the young people there also?
Well, like actually, not really easy because at a young age like me, for make easy, for manage them a company with man there, not really easy because like we get different type of people where them come on at different homes. All man getting different training, some man on street, they grow up so for come all them people and they for come manager, not really easy. So I can get tough time, but no actually I can able manager in a way where we say they're not going in a rampage causing now.
Now let me look at and you say you get 70 young people in at this particular center and you don't start for explain some of the challenges them where you're facing as a chairman. And somebody go on for no. How will come about for collaborate with the government for making establish this center?
Well, the establishment of the center came about when His Excellency the President be win election inside 2018. He began for appoint the Honorable Minister, Mr. Mohamed Oman Bangura. So based on that, we the youth them doing internet they will engage on this was car business. We began for go meet her and instead become fan we. So actually waiting we want to make him do for we. So now they will tell and say we now the car wash we want for making help we with. So based on that, the minister with his knowledge go and sit down and do a project for do a car wash. We be to say they like today now the car wash this way they can modernize so they can make it in a way we be to say at the end of the day we they work now month down and pay every youth and with it now so first thing like how will be the operate you once a day always you get you put in your pocket you go you eat all some man not able to keep at the end of the day some man they sick then at the end of the day sick nobody not do the care for you nobody know but you all the thing and day because at the end of the day when you work you not able to manage for me to keep all the thing and day so some man be the strain some man not able to get nothing they work for the rest of the year they can save some man for 50,000 not able to produce at all. So where this car wash be don't come build now, so we can in a way now the government go put we on the training, we go do a training, then we come then show we have for manager, and they like today we get accounts now for this car washer, we get money with the safety, then at the end of the month, every youth they get salary now, every day we work they get something every month they get paid. So now a big help down there to the youths them and we'll commend the minister and we tell the president thank you for them kind of initiative then they where the government come with for the youth man them at least because this now a job where people can look at as if now any kind of way with here but like the kind of way government can put hand under where they make an also they don't make a way now we be to say now they like they will get so many big graduate attempts to the Canada they write application all now for Kawas Motoka. Yeah, we first and then will be happy. So we tell the president, thank you for that.
Now, let me look at, and you say at the end of the month, una dey give and each young person at this particular car wash center something like a stipend. So, una get any money when they give to government?
Well, we get a percentage like where we agreed on, we can give na government. That a percentage they not to say na government get am, because you not get anything for make you able for do for government. That percentage where the kina like we then structure we government put, if anything gets spoiled, so we can able guide and say that money we can keep. We want something so don't spoil or paint don't due, one for buy paint or one for do this, so we can write them like we give them money, then they go about the business. So now like them be try for make we just take ownership of all within there. So now for that make them come with the idea, then they for make we they do that 10% savings with them.
Again, you make mention say, and look at the procedure for make somebody go be part of this particular car wash center. What it takes, you start for talk about people where they don't graduate in the right application letter for make them come for be part of the center. So apart from that, what it take from somebody for make it be part of your organization and begin the work in this car wash center?
Well, what it takes to make you be member na you first of all get for register for be a member na. And then, when you register for being a member, then from there, before they register you, we can want somebody for be guarantor of you, because like we get big people then okay they work for now. We not want to make we employ somebody who will not sabi shoot in case because any of work will not get somebody where be say at the end of the day we go for go meet say hey so person don't can cause problem here. So we not take person anyhow like that. We can screen people, watch how you do. Then from there, you count the guarantor, and we assess the somebody. We be to say where the stand guarantor for you. We be to say if the person himself, na somebody when it get permanent location. We be say anytime when it happen, okay, boom, for no in location and for make way boom for get the person.
Now, let me look at the services them own at the offer now the center. You start for talk about saying that spraying, tinting, and other thing. We get people them way then get experience over them particular services in there.
Yeah, as I can say, yeah, now the one-stop center for cars center. This country, yeah, Bosalt. Yeah, of course. I like you to car own wake out now, so and she out money no more. We they go make it on new one, maybe to say. ESF, you gonna say you have value for money, then they work now. So, okay, man, where they tint, where they sell seat cover, air freshener, car decoration, then we get tire service. Okay, man, where they bread mat inside motor car, we get fitter than now. We be say the service motor car.
So all under this
organization, yeah. All length and they will get AC man and if you must cannot get AC counter now, then they make you get AC all length and they get them services now, so different.
So then different services they also we don't outline. Now the center now train the people in the or then count the scale now the center.
Well, you know say actually the center not be train most of them people then they be will be the center be train no more based in the car wash with a wash motor car how for take care of car. So like the AC side, the other side, then people and then count their own skills there at the center. Because we get so many youth them where they can get idea and get skills, but like they don't get the side, which side they will go and implement their skills and the side they can continue. So as way will be the government be operate here, they don't make your yard one. So we thought and fit see all the thing and then a team the way the part of. If we be part of this service that would end up. Possible for Kawas motorcar game, but cannot get AC, it's passive for go garage again. So we thought and fit we forget AC person now, so we do them people and they can near me. Then we can ask engine at times until if a block, we don't need again for say no, passive motorcar come and go garage. We get fitter than now, we did make all length in the so all length in the no Kawas motorcar, it's a pump chop, I pass it go, all that side for go pump tire, all that service there. No go Kawas motorcar. You say one thing, you say pass it on the side for what things, all things there for your motor car. So now so will come about the thing in there.
Okay, continue for the with me inside the program. I name na Ibrahim Sano, na the chairman for the Progressive Youth Car Wash and Services organization na the Brookfields Black Street to be precise and community. Now I come inside your office, I see some youth man they come with money, almost like they pay really for them services there so.
Well, like as you see, the money where they pay now, that money the way money done back now, we they give them back as salary. So we just use a way now we be say the keeper we money done, we keep everybody as salary. Yeah, because like if first thing they know they do anything there, you understand. So like at the end of the day, say the month done, you ask somebody say make like 50,000, you know they will produce.
So I able for monitor them each and everyone with this kind of large number within this particular sector.
It's not really easy, but like I can able for go about for
they track them.
Yes, for track them.
So how much they can pay for one motor car for camera?
Well, it based on how the motor car dotting. Now so the customers they pay. Then for them inside for making campaign at the office, 20,000 they pay for jeep. Each jeep we was if you was private car, we don't let them local then at 15,000. Was taxi at 10,000 the campaign at the office. At the end of the month, then 15, 10, 20 that way they pay. They get 60% today. Then the office they get 40%. The 40% where the office they get, now they would they take for pay water rate, would they pay lights bill, then now the percentage would they give, now the ministry now they would they pull on, then now they get salary as the chairman, now the secretary they get salary, then of course we get security would they pay, now they themselves they get salary, so then stop Sunday, then now they would they take for run the office, waiting they take stationery so buy for run the office, and they would they run up at 40%.
Now again, let me look at and some of the challenges we face as a chairman of this particular center. What's now some of the challenges there as well?
Well, the challenge we are the face now, like at times we like then Guma at times they can ration the water for we because like actually they can get because of the large number of population we didn't have kids where they serve water, so like the time at times we can forget water, we can need forget water. At times they say they don't send water other side. So at times we get them challenge the pump lock. Yes, unless at times we can cross over streets or we build water. Yes. So then challenging and they now can get at times.
So this 170 young people as we then do under you. Now every day they can work or they get specific time where they work.
Every day now they work. Every day.
How do you turn out of in people in a customer that they can get a lot of customers or it is scarce?
Well, actually, like, because first we get enough customers, but because of the COVID now, we come in, we can't disturb we work, and with itself we even be the times in the month they don't for make we able one year and nothing really easy now, unless we had to use my knowledge for liable manager when because at times in the we able one year even this 40% while they talk, you know they will do for make we do all the activities and we do for they do. Because the way I will be to get money first, not so sooner will they get time. Because now plenty not to everybody they work out, not to everybody they come was motor. So now some of the challenges and then they will face doing this COVID year we make right now with the screen. We don't see because the first time every day we must the vast motor but for now more than doing the games.
Approximately almost I can get at this particular time for a day for what?
For the day at times sometimes all day until we get at then 500 at times then 600 we first time we then time we the COVID not coming to okay they work then 1 million for a day then stop Sunday. So but from where Corona can now at times then they work 10 and 500 at times then they will not work now then 150 then 300 250 they will then no more because not to everybody more like where they come back not all making can was car.
So what you can do as a chairman towards that?
Well, it's not really easy. I can face so many challenges. Not really easy. I'm not doing this time now.
You don't face in a situation where you work as them, the youths them at this particular center strike against you, or then begin they let me say put on some amount of behavior way because of payment or whatever thing.
Well, no, actually I not face stand it because the way I deal with them, they no say because one thing we as a youth and as a leader, we the rule people then, they lead people then, it needs to make you go be transparent. Now that I want to make other youth leader then for make them go dey learn. You need to make it transparent. So if it's transparent to your company, then we the lead. In any kind of situation, anything happen, they take understanding, say, yes, chair, this way happen now, wait is not to say now other thing, because then say they see. You not get anything where they disclose, where they cover for them. Also they make for me they know if you open up with them. So like if you open up to them, nothing will come way be saying doubt way they don't know. So they not get need for me and do anything we not like strike all anything, because at times they said they see the work like how they work with them book where we say when they come, or they write your name, write money. At the end of the day, will they call you, you sit down one by one, we check how much you work. If you work 50,000, you will say by the 50,000 you get 40% today, the office get you get 60% today, the office get 40%. So now so transparent how they operate. So in then kind way then they even if Monday now we check, you know, say now 100,000 you like you know say that 100,000 you get 60,000, then the office get 40,000 you. So they no need for men and strike. That make at the end of the day anybody waiting your work you must get her.
What about in the situation wherein a particular youth not able for live up to expectation in short way that you know get motoka we come, you know get for can submit? What you can do for any kind of situation a day?
Well, like that side for that side, you know, it's not really easy no more. Once you're there at the center, you know, easy for make you day for the day you able was. If you don't see, if you able was motoka today tomorrow go, you can able was. And so at the end of the month, we can check now the work you must able work that you 300,000 or 400,000 way at the end of the day, then check you get 60% the way now small way the left hand, then the office park able one for great and within the way we go smooth one so.
So as we wrap up with this interview with you, what you go on for say to young people them out there?
Well, waiting that they want for make and say to young people out there, you know get for sit down for make you fall and fall for say make government give you work. You know, or neither you say you know you graduate, you come on a college, you come, you say you for sit down for me, then advertisement work to you. Now you get for need for make you cap, make you find something for make you do. You not get for rely no more on the education. See now office if I go work. Some of we go small education, so we not be sit down full and full same for make. We wait for government work or make we wait for done work or any kind of office work. We see when make we engage with them. But this, you know, for sit down for make you they wait for the thing and they you must find skills may then yet so the education can back up with the skills so that they way then they able for make up my life. But if you sit down no more, you say you don't go get a master, you don't get a degree, pass away to office work at times and then you go get for skin. Because not to every time or not to job them all day with them prepare they wait for people so now you get for period they them sometimes somebody they see you know say you get so talent or so skills, then you can call you say well can't go this so side. Just like for example for that woman sign up cabo where in a graduate where you come you know get for say you know see don't say for make within the girl we get you go do carpentry they like the wall on pick up and I don't excel. So you don't see, so now like, then wait and they no more. So like some people, you know, get for need for make you they run or go begin for search for job. You just get ready, find skills, learn. At the end of the day, na job now go look for you. Yes, if you get skill now you head, now you will make time for two job. But like we day, you not get nothing. So our government will help you. Like we now when government come, you see we engage in this car wash. Now when government come, you see we engage in this car washing, now make them come, they can help we and they let today. We thank God. Now we can say now we have been employed. Because at the end of the day we they get something that we want done, we they get money like any kind office worker. And only again for make a go begin go bull to bribe body with this kind of job where they do. So you don't see as you see this community there be one kind of community where people not be they wish for me they come.
Yeah, that brings me to the next question. We're not going to end this interview without mentioning that particular issue we don't come up with because I think I want to ask you in terms of and the name with this particular community we don't get the Black Street community and people can always tag this community as a community where get bad boys them way, then they sack people them in the place. So which impact this particular in car wash center don't give towards the community, or no help for change that particular tag where they can tag the community too?
Well, as I likely mentioned, yeah, now be one kind way the cow you really talk no more before. Yeah, boys them they attack people whether they can at stadium, per show, per programs them, pull back then and they job phone. But like when this car washer come in at this surrounding here, it can change that narrative, because when it can value the work where government can make you modernize one as you see net kaya all say light day. So that alone we don't bring can security now, yeah. We nobody, no bad boys they know the game I get for making within this surrounding, because yeah we can all say light day. Then I one, then two again the boys then with them they cause their work then they when they come then see say then can improvement don't come. Most of them they do that then some of them can enter at the car wash. Yes. They can enter, they like the way they work, they get money. So then self and two by the kind way I they supervise them, I can call them one by one, they talk to them, put them down, tell them for me they make up life. So all the advice in the way they is so man don't change up life right now. They like today, even the one that they be the way they not be able for a smooth car. So man don't go land driving now. Yeah. Right now my problem several they get away they are because like I been need help from donors partners them, because like me they help we get some of them where they don't drive down, they don't learn for ride this keke but they don't get license. But because of the thing and this something not they really guarantee them for make you go give them machine for go work on the street. So all the thing right now all this time we not get money for make we able pull from say we go take license for person or for do anything for. So can the big NGOs organization for make we able to pay with the youth man and they even like if not for buy them taxis and they buy them kekes and they able can give me as a chairman say fend the youth man the way you know say the way itself made them they pay for them bike there where they don't pay them take her. At the end of the day you the person if now you money we buy the keke we turn give I can able standard guarantee and they now for people will be say first thing you not able for just buy property and give us you know not say go right because until remember say you go one away with then thing and they where they wait or you go misuse them. But now if then thing they do now for me kick out them I can guarantee you I give you to say this it will work with this. You pull the money where you buy this you keke or this you taxi they pull on you. That at the end of the day you don't help that youth man in life. And one kind of way you don't help yourself because at the end of the day that youth man and they not get chop. If you can go park your motor car, they can go walk and pull back inside. At the end of the day so now all anything they can cause anything but like for now because like first thing is thing like inside there people can count motor car, they thief motor car now then they know they happy. They count motor car, you go inside stadium wake they meet battery dollars. They meet already the inside motor car don't loss. But now because of this car wash now, all anything they don't change. Now they even can park people they can park motor car now. When they reach they can then pay. They take them motor car. Nothing, all things safe. So you don't see. So now they don't think and then this car wash they can change now yeah.
Thank you very much for being part of the program CTN's Youth Club.
Yeah.
Name na Ibrahim Sano, the chairman for the Progressive Youth Car Wash and Service Organization. Be there with me inside the program CTN's Youth Club. And now so we will tap the program for today. In case you miss part of the entire program, listen to the repeat broadcast on Sunday in the evening. We will make the program reach you. My name is Jackson. They say tata.